We teach you guys how to fit a screen to basically any BMWs, all relatively the same process, whether you get a Linux screen like we're doing in today's video or an Android screen. You can get screens from our shop, which is dhdstylingshop.com. So we fit it to a 3 series, same for 4 series, and it's kind of the exact same process for 1, 2 series, etc. Everything you need is going to come inside the box. So literally everything you need is in this box right here. So we're going to take that out. And yeah, so your first step is to get all of this apart. So Patrick's been showing you how to do that. Firstly, we're going to tackle the main trim. These are just on clips, so it goes in from a corner, so it'll work its way across. We have also fitted ambient lighting strips to this, so you can also get that from our shop, which is dhdstylingshop.com. And yeah, so we'll get that out. So the back of it, you've got this plug here. I'm going to whack it out. This one here is easier if you push it straight through, or you can take it out like that. But when you put it back in, it's easier to push this out like that. Go on, push it. Come on, Patrick, got that. That button literally just pushes straight out. So when you put the this trim back in, you can just send the cable out there, put it together, put it back in. And then we're going to unplug our ambience. Obviously, if you've not done ambience to your car, you won't have to do this, but it's just one plug to get that off. That's your main trim out the way. So put that down there, keep it nice and safe. Now you've got 2 T20s to get out, and it's also 2 T20s under here as well. So make sure you get all 4 of them. If you take just the top 2 out, you try to pull this, it will break something. And that's now off. Behind it, you're gonna have 1 plug to take out. And that's now out as well. So we'll add that to our little collection. And then you can also unplug this as well to get this out of your way. Add it to the collection down there. Now there's another 2 T20s on the head unit, so we're going to quickly take those out. And then this is just going to slide straight out, just like that. So you're now going to need your main loom. I'll give this to Patrick, let him deal with that. So in this bag here is a main loom, and it's also have a USB loom. So the USB, it is not needed for your screen. This is used for wired CarPlay, which is irrelevant because you've now got wireless CarPlay, but it's also used to update stuff like the logo on the screen. So if you want to install it, you can install it into the back of the, where's the screen? It just plugs into the back of the screen. You can install it, you can send the cables down there and into your glove box to hide them away. As I said, you really do not need to install this unless you want to use it. So shut it down there. So yeah, now we got to feed our power cable for the screen up to where the current screen is, and we've also got to fit this. So this plug here literally just comes off like that. You pull it, you see there's a little clip behind it. It's not even a little clip, you just pull it and it'll come off like that. And then your car might not have it, but this one does. If your car does not have it, don't worry about it. If it does, you've got to take out these 2 fiber optic cables. They're really easy to come out, so don't stress about it. Patrick's trying to do it. He's just gonna make it an actual angle on this bar. There you go. So he's gonna pull out the clip a little bit, and that will slide straight out like that. So that comes out the furthest one to the side of the plug. So we're obviously gonna put it into. Let me zoom this out quickly. We're gonna put it onto the furthest one of this plug, which is this one right here. So that's just going to literally just slide in the back of it. Bang. And I keep saying literally because it is literally just that simple. I keep getting mocked saying it, but honestly, this is the easiest thing in the world. So yeah. Now to get the screen out, there's just 2 T20s under it. So believe it or not, we're going to quickly attack those. That's one. And there's one more on the left. Come on, Patrick. Quicker, mate. That's the screen out. You first want to remove your head unit before doing the screen, because when you get your head unit out, it's going to give a bit more excess on these cables, so your screen can just pull out the top. You're struggling?
Mate, this one's actually stiff.
Stiff game.
It's just stuck.
Oh, there it is. Bang. And that is now the screen out. So you've got to take out this plug here. I'll let Patrick do that because I don't like doing those ones. They're always a bit tricky. But you're going to push in that little pin and you're going to wiggle it out. They're a bit hard to come out, so be patient with it. kind of keep the pressure even on both sides, but you can be quite aggressive with it because they don't just break. If you do break yours, it's not my fault, but they are firm, so you have to give them quite a good pull.
Or ideally, if you have a flathead.
A flathead would work. When you get a little gap, you can do that. So this is now a good time to test your screen works, but obviously we do test all our units. We send them out to you guys, so you don't have to worry about receiving a faulty unit. But just a peace of mind, you can plug everything in here. So this is now going to harness together these two plugs. So this is our harness, and this is the original head unit plug. That's going to get plugged together. And then this plug here is now going to go back into the head unit. This is now our new plug. Also, you can use your foam as like a little protective cover when you're doing an install. So that's just going to slide in, push that clip down, and you'll hear like a little click, and that is now in nice and tight. So yeah, as I said, you can test it if you want at this point. You can plug it all up, but we know it's going to work, so we're going to go straight through the install. So with this, now it's going to feed it up. Where's Patrick? Where are you going to feed it up from?
I'm going to go actually straight up.
Straight up?
Yeah, straight
up. It's going to go straight up. I'll probably have done the same to us, yeah, so we're going to feed it straight up. We're going to come out here first just so we can get all the length we need out for it. And then get all the excess, all these excess plugs, and get them out.
This part can be a little bit fiddly, but
yeah, but you're good at working with tight gaps, aren't you?
Exactly.
Experienced. How experienced would you say you are?
On a scale of like what, 1 to 10?
1 to 10.
Probably like 10.
Yeah, fair enough. That's now through. You want to get, as I said, no, you don't even need to get this out. We're going to leave those down there. So if you're installing a reverse camera, and these are what these plugs are here for. You've got a video out, a video in, is what you'll plug your reverse camera into. We're not installing those, don't worry about it. If your car's already got a reverse camera at the factory, again, don't stress about it, it will just work. Yeah, so it's now the screen's here, Patrick. You probably want the bracket for it as well. I'll give that to you. I'm going to put our cables through the bracket first. Bracket's going to slide in. And you can see it's now in there, ready to be screwed in. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, man. Yeah. I'll push it down while you screw it in.
Sweet.
Okay, and we're back. So you want to get the 2 screws in. So the camera just died. I say the phone's full of storage. Had to delete some videos. So yeah, screws are in, and yeah, now's a good time to get your screen put on as well. So I'll quickly show the back of the screen. You've got these 4 tabs here. They're going to line up to these 4 tabs here, and then it's going to slide down. So plug your screen in first. It's pretty self-explanatory where the plugs go. Or is that pink one's going to go into the pink slot? I'm trying to get an angle for you boys and girls.
I'm trying to get myself in an angle.
There you go, found it. Yeah, it's that. So yeah, main power goes into main power slot, and then pink plug goes into pink plug. I think we can get this done in under 15 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Test it. There's our power. So this is the logo's on about. You can change this logo with this here. So you're going to plug it into the back of the screen. The USB media is what you're going to plug a USB stick into. That contains a file of I think it's 1920 times 720p PNG image. And it's called logo update.png, and then update the logo on your screen as soon as you boot it up with that plugged in. But we're not going to do that today. So yeah, screen works, so we'll now get it fitted onto the bracket. Also, if your car's not a Bluetooth, don't worry, it does still work. There is this aux cable here, which we're going to show you guys how to feed into the armrest there. See, this customer's already using aux audio. How to feed it in there so you can then use Bluetooth on the screen, because this screen's got its own Bluetooth, so you'll connect the screen to Bluetooth and it all works flawlessly. Line up these gaps. Kind of hard to show you what he's doing, but as I said, those 4 tabs, you'll line them up onto the back of the screen, and then once you find them, it's going to push down. And now your screen is fully fitted, so we can push it down as much as we can. Screen is on. Now we've got to put this all back together, and we've got to send this cable, this aux cable, into the armrest. See, there's loads of excess on it, so probably your best bet is to put your head unit in first, or no? Yeah? Head unit in first, Patrick?
Yeah, because
send the cable
only
down
because
the side
this
first.
is small. So sometimes it's like it's a bigger box in here, so you don't have the room. But because this is a small one, we'll have the room.
So if they had a bigger box, first feed the aux cable.
Yeah.
If they don't, you've got a small box like this, you're all good. So there's obviously a lot of cables behind this head unit now, so you're gonna have to probably move them around a bit until you find a position where they can sit, and this will slide straight in. You probably want to push them to the bottom of the car and then slide this over the top of the cables like Patrick has done just there. So yeah, as Patrick's saying, there's loads of space under here. So if yours is a bit bigger, you probably want to feed this cable first, but since we've got loads of space, don't worry about it. And all our cables, there's just loads of room back there, it's just tucked down, so we can now push that on top. Put your 2 T20s back in. God, I want to do something. Can I give it a go? Let me give it a go. Go on, line me up. Bang. Oh, mate, this is really hard to do with recording them. Bosh. Done. Right, that's my bit of the install done. Yeah, so now we're going to feed what, that aux cable?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is definitely long enough.
Yeah, I was just thinking whether it's long enough to go.
I think it is, don't you think?
What, round? Down round?
Yeah. Look, that's going to go all the way to the back there. You got to think you've only got to get to here.
Yeah.
I'd say it's long enough. So you've got 2 options with your aux cable. You can pull up all of these bits here. These are all just literally on clips. You can pull it all up here and send the aux cable along the bottom of this into here. But we're going to do it an easier way, a quicker way, more like, which is we're going to send the aux cable. There's a gap which comes through there out to here. All right, so the gap is actually just through there, comes out to here, and then we're just going to tuck this cable up all the way along this. Oh, I'm gonna make some room for myself. Get all of this stuff out of here. Because what you can do is if we pull up this rubber thing here.
And this.
Yeah, I can't get the rubber thing out. We need like a pick or something. Trim tool to the rescue. There should, I don't know if it is in these cars. Yeah, you've got this gap here. So pull both these out. This is just on clips, just gives you a bit more room to work with. And again, you're just feeding that cable along. I'll show you on my side. We're literally just tucking it along this gap here, and then when we get to this point here, we're then going to shoot it up. So let me put the flash on. There we go, flash is on. So as I said, Patrick is now, as soon as he got to that point there, he's now put the cable from that up. It's really quite self-explanatory. And that's now the cable out. Is there enough room on it? Not enough room.
I can make a bit more.
We've got to make some more room. So we're now going to try and make some more room for it. That's now enough room. So what we're going to do now is, where's that? You can clip that in. Where's the rubber thing? You got that?
Yeah.
And just slide that in. So this is the best way to do the install without any destruction. So if you want, you can drill a hole right here and just send it straight out here into there. But the way we've done it, I mean, look, what is the problem with that? There's no problem, no destruction. You can convert it back to stock at any point. And yeah, put his stuff back in there. Yeah. And yeah, so that's that done. Now we're going to put all this centre stuff back together. So you want these two bits here. I'll keep the flash on actually. Plug that back in. Slide it back over. Where you put screws?
Oh, down here.
Oh. And then plug this back in if your car has it. I don't think all of them do, I'm not sure. That's back in, and then your main center trim. So we're gonna plug our ambience back in again.
Hold that.
If you don't have ambience, do not worry about this. You won't have this cable here. There you go. I keep getting called by people. So many calls. Right. I don't know if the audio muted there or not, but if I did, I'm sorry. So we need these two original cables. So you're gonna send that one through the gap because it's really hard to plug back in. So we're gonna send it through the gap. We're gonna plug that back in. And then we're gonna grab this, which is the thing we took off. Remember, this literally just falls out, just push it out. It's just clips, no screws in it. So then we can shove that back in. Just again, slides back in as it slid out. And then our ambience, we're gonna shove that cable away. Oh, keep trying to turn the thing out. So we'll line this piece up, and then it will just literally shove back in. And yeah, that is everything done. So this is the screen. I'll now show you how it works. Patch, you want to hold it for me? Mm-hmm. Let's turn that flash off quick. Pause it. Right. So this is your CarPlay, your Android Auto, and then this is your loads of other stuff as well. So firstly, we'll check our original interface works, which it does work absolutely fine. Yours might not work. If it doesn't work, you want to go to setup on the bottom left. You want to go to system. If your car does have Bluetooth, you want to click use car Bluetooth channel. If it doesn't, keep it off. And yeah, that's all good now. I'm gonna leave that. And I think it's, where is it actually? It's car settings. Car settings. So we're gonna turn this on. I'm gonna force the full screen OEM because we wanna have a full screen. We're gonna put this to the Alpine head unit because it's got the aux cable, no Bluetooth. So that means it's Alpine, not Harman. Harman's if you've got Bluetooth. It says on the back of your head unit, you can check when you take it out. This here is where you can change your display. So it's got those different displays in there. So if yours isn't right, you can change it here. Obviously ours is right, so we're gonna leave it as it was. And then I think that's all we got to do. There's literally nothing else we got to do in here.
I'm gonna go back, go on to right to the top.
Top
system.
Right
hand drive.
Yeah, you can put that on from the UK. Right hand drive. Yeah, that's literally done. The screen is ready to go. Give that a second, and yeah. So to connect to CarPlay, you're literally gonna open it up, connect to Bluetooth. We'll just show them how to do it real quick. So we're going to show you how to get connected to CarPlay. Before I do that, I just want to show you something on the original interface. This is still going to be controlled just by your scroll wheel. For audio, because we've only got aux in this car, not Bluetooth, we're going to select obviously the aux. We're going to make sure we're using that for our audio. And then, yeah, so one tap to take you back to the screen of CarPlay. So to connect to that, go into your Bluetooth. This is called the car dash. So you're going to do Bluetooth and you see that one there, car BT, we're going to click that. And then it's going to ask you all the simple stuff. You want to pair, allow everything. Just click allow to everything. So it all works absolutely fine. Give that a second to load. And bang, you now have CarPlay in your BMW. Yeah, so again, you can see it's all working fine. It looks absolutely sick. If you guys are interested to get a system like this for yourself, you can get it from dhdstylingshop.com to buy it and fit yourself, or we can fit it for you, so just get in contact via WhatsApp. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like and also subscribe.